What's up? Hey guys, what's up? This is How to Truck Driver 101. Got a question this week from Clone Funk. Interesting name. He asked about getting your CDL permit. Will Warner train you? First, you need to really break down what you want to do. You really need to think about first, what do you want to do in trucking? Because options are all in the air. So, what I would do, just because you first need to get your license, so you need to go to CDL school. You want to find a school where they have driver placement. During that time, you want to start getting as much information as you can. So start asking guys who are recent graduates where they went, how things are going in your area. If you're in Albany, New York, which I think is where this is from, I think that's where you're from, you should check into General Mills. You have General Mills, you have Budweiser, those trucking companies there. Now, not trucking companies, but big shippers. They're huge out of New York. So is Kraft. You get your hazardous endorsement. You have two pretty big hazmat accounts there as well. Multiple companies go to these accounts. You might want to look into Transamerica when you get your CDL license. Don't go to a company, especially being in your area, where you're kind of stuck serving them. If you can and you can afford it, go to a truck driving school with driver placement that teaches, this is the most important part, blindside backing, that also teaches what they call alley docking or offside backing. And you also want to learn. Ask them how much time do you get behind the wheel, and ask them how long will they help you as far as driver placement goes. So that way, if let's say one company doesn't work out, you can go to another company and they'll still help you out. And that's really the best advice I can give you on that. You don't want to just go to one company. I talk about Warner because that's where I went. That doesn't necessarily work out for everybody. You always want to go to the company doing popular freight where you are. So find out the company that's doing popular freight. Just go to a truck stop, write down all the trucks from one company that you see, and write down, like, I see 40, Snyder trucks. I see 20 Warner trucks. And then start talking to those drivers. Start asking them about what is it like working there. You're going to get a lot of complaints, but try to sift through the complaints to get the real deal on what it's like working there. I mean, you got guys out there who could be working dedicated, making $900 a week, and they hate their job, And also look into all the opportunities. This is why you go to a truck driving school with driver placement, because if there might be local opportunities within your area. Believe it or not, even Albany, New York, a lot of people hate driving up there, and that you can use to your advantage. So I check out a lot of companies, not just Warner. You want to find the company that does a lot of freight in your area. You want to go to warehouses, Google warehouses, look for General Mills, look for Kraft. Try to find out who's hauling out of there. Call companies like Transamerica, Warner Enterprises, obviously, Swift, CR England. Ask them what are they hauling out of here. You always want to aim for dedicated and take over the road if you have to, right? So you want to try to get on that Budweiser, that hazmat account, and I'm telling you, especially in your area, get that hazmat. It will be worth it financially. But right now, I would just focus on getting into a good truck driving school, and you want to get at least 4 weeks. Usually, it's going to cost you. Sometimes you get less than $5,000, but don't spend $10,000 to become a truck driver. And only go with the company, because when you go to a company school like Warner School or anybody else, it's got to work out, because if you have to work for them for 6 months to a year, or you're going to have to pay them that money that you owe them. You can avoid that by simply having a direct loan with somebody, paying $100 a month or whatever it costs, and then you're not beholding to someone. You don't have to go work for this company for a year and have them kind of then if you don't work for them, they'll be sending you bills and all that craziness. So always best to try to go with a trucking school that's independent first, and then if that doesn't work out, then you can go with a company school. But and sometimes that works out better. It depends on what your issue is. Some people have issues with credit and money, and then I would definitely recommend it. However, if you don't have those issues, you have other options in front of you. But if you have those issues, then still try to find out the company that's hauling the most freight in your area. Right. Don't just go to one company. I'm not endorsing Warner or anybody else. Just go to a company with the most trucks in your area, because that means you're going to get home. They have a lot of freight there, and you're most likely going to get the miles if they're really busy. Like General Mills, you got right next to General Mills Dry in Albany, New York. That is a huge account. I mean, if you go to buy that place I think it's off I-90. I can't remember exactly where it's at. You could probably Google it. There are tons of trucks up there, just tons of them. I mean, it's just a very big warehouse. So, that's all my advice I can give to you, Clone Funk. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know. And appreciate you subscribing to the channel and making comments. Thanks. And any other questions, man, just give me a shoot and a holler. And I'll answer them as fast as I can get to them. So, thanks for leaving a comment. I'm hoping that helps you. If it doesn't, man, just let me know. Ask me anything specific that maybe.